Alright, let's get into some advanced strategies for mastering the cars section of the MCAT. Today we're focusing on how to maintain focus and flow while tackling cars, passages, and questions. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with techniques to clear the passage, manage stress, and handle tricky questions without letting the exam push you around. Let's jump right in. Step 1. Reading the passage, the art of critical reading. First, let's talk about reading critically. You want to approach every cars passage as if you're clearing a field. The goal is to make the passage clear and comprehensible in every dimension: the structure, reasoning, evidence, and even the expressive language. Think of it as bringing everything to light. While reading, ask yourself, what claims is the author making? Are these claims backed up with logical evidence? What appeals is the author using, and are there gaps in the argument? How is the passage structured? Does it flow logically? Answering these questions as you read will give you an intuitive sense of what the passage is about and help you anticipate the types of questions that may follow. Making a clearing, navigating difficult passages. Now, sometimes you'll hit a stump in the passage, maybe a dense paragraph or an unfamiliar concept. That's okay. Trust yourself. Don't get stressed if you encounter a term or idea that seems too advanced. The MCAT isn't trying to assess your knowledge of graduate level concepts. Instead, it's testing your ability to maintain focus and work through unfamiliar information. When this happens, pause and acknowledge the challenge. Don't panic. Instead, recognize that you've encountered something tricky and try to get the gist of what the author is communicating. Fence it in as an open question. Don't get stuck here. Just make a mental note that this is a tricky part and move on. The answer or clarification often comes a few sentences later. In cars, the author is always trying to communicate, even if the writing is dense. If something seems confusing, imagine the author is right there with you, trying to explain it. Ask yourself, what is the author trying to say? This self-questioning can help you figure out the intended meaning. And if it doesn't, treat the difficult part as an open question and keep moving. Stay engaged and don't let anything push you out of the passage's world. Step 2. Movement and structure. Balancing flow and structure. As you read, think of the passage as having two layers: the flow of the language and the structure of the argument. You need to balance these two modes of attention. Flow. Follow the passage as you would a conversation. You're moving sequentially from the beginning to the end. This helps you stay immersed in the passage. Structure. Once you finish a paragraph, take a step back and look at its structure. What was the main point of the paragraph? How does it connect to the previous one? This approach helps you understand the overall argument as it takes shape. Shifting between these two perspectives will help you maintain engagement and pace. It's about being able to zoom in to follow the flow of language and zoom out to see the bigger picture. With practice, you'll find this way of reading becomes more natural, allowing you to find all the meaning in the passage while staying in the zone. Step 3. Handling the questions. Keeping your cool. Now that you've read the passage, it's time to tackle the questions. The challenge here is to remember your plan, even when stress starts to build. Think of the MCAT like a competitive sport. You may start off strong, but as fatigue and stress set in, it's easy to forget your strategy. Here's how to stay on track. Don't make the perfect the enemy of the good. Your score doesn't hinge on any single question. What matters is maintaining steady progress through the entire section. Don't spend too long on one question, especially if it's causing you to lose time. Flag it, pick the best answer you can, and move on. Use your get out of jail free cards. Imagine you start the section with a stack of get out of jail free cards. Use them wisely. And if you get stuck, play a card. This means flagging the question, choosing the least worst answer, and moving on. Don't spend too much time fishing for an elusive answer. Resist the urge to go back to the passage unless you have a very specific reason and know exactly where to look. Fishing expeditions usually waste time and rarely yield good results. Read the question stem carefully. Always read the question stem as if it's trying to trick you. There is often a wrong answer that corresponds to a predictable misreading. Take your time and read each word carefully. Answer the question stem on its own. Before looking at the answer choices, try to answer the question in your mind. This will help you think critically about the stem before the incorrect options have a chance to mislead you. Then, look at the choices and see if one matches what you were thinking. Step 4. Managing stress. Staying in the zone. The MCAT is designed to stress you out. You're in a testing center, dealing with passages and topics you didn't choose, and the stakes are high. Stress is natural, but you need to keep it from affecting your performance. Here are some ways to maintain a calm and engaged mindset. Biofeedback techniques. Your brain is always looking for cues from your body. When you breathe steadily and relax your muscles, you're sending a signal to your brain that everything is okay. This is known as biofeedback. Practice deep breathing or body scan meditation. 1. Close your eyes and mentally scan your body from head to toe, tensing and relaxing each muscle group. Breathe deeply, take a slow breath in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. This will help activate your parasympathetic nervous system and calm your body. Use this technique before the test starts, during breaks, or whenever you feel overwhelmed. Reset every 30 minutes. Divide the section into 30-minute blocks. After each block, take a quick break to reset. Close your eyes and imagine a calm place. Take a few deep breaths, relax your muscles, and clear your mind. This mental reset will help you maintain your focus and energy throughout the entire section. Step 5. What to do after a hard passage. Sometimes, a particularly difficult passage can throw you off balance. You might struggle with it and start the next one already feeling defeated. Here's how to get back on track. Don't rush into the next passage. Take a few seconds to regain your composure. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let go of the last passage. Use the 4-4-4 breathing technique. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and breathe out for 4 seconds. This will help you reset and see the next passage clearly. Start the next passage fresh. Don't carry the frustration from the previous passage with you. Approach each passage as a new opportunity to perform well. Wrapping it up, let's sum up the key points. Clear the passage as you read. Approach the passage with the mindset of making a clearing. If you hit a stump, turn it into an open question. Balance flow and structure. Shift between following the flow of the language and analyzing the structure of the argument. Stay disciplined with the questions. Don't get stuck. Avoid fishing expeditions, and read question stems carefully. Use biofeedback techniques. Manage your stress by practicing relaxation techniques and resetting every 30 minutes. Recover quickly from tough passages. Take a breath, reset, and move forward with confidence. The key is to stay calm, stay engaged, and maintain a sense of flow throughout the cars section. Remember, you're in control of your performance. Practice these techniques regularly to make them second nature. If you found these strategies helpful, download the King of the Curve app or visit kingoffthecurve.org. We offer over 200 free cars passages to help you practice and prepare for the MCAT. Keep up the great work, and let's get closer to that top score together.